Donald Trump's legal misfortunes continue to mount on the heels of his second federal indictment by special counsel Jack Smith for his attempts to overturn the 2020 election. The New York Attorney General, Letitia James, announced that her case against the Trump organization was, quote, ready for trial. But before we dive into that, if you haven't yet, please hit that like, subscribe, and the alert bell, and maybe check out my Patreon. I'd appreciate the support. So yeah, this is not good legal news for Donald Trump. I mean, yesterday we had, again, the announcement that he was being indicted over his attempts to steal the election from Joe Biden back in 2020. And then we have this situation here. Letitia James has been meticulously making a case against Donald Trump's businesses for a long time now. And given all of the other indictments, the indictments by the district attorney out of Manhattan, Alvin Bragg, the first federal indictment from Jack Smith over the willful retention of classified documents, now this one over the 2020 election, and then a potential upcoming one out of Georgia, those are like bigger, high-profile things. So this one about the Trump organization has kind of lingered in the background. But Letitia James announced that she's ready for trial. She said that its civil fraud case against former President Donald Trump, his two elder sons, and his business is ready for trial, according to a court filing on Monday. The $250 million lawsuit adds to the legal woes and mounting legal bills. And while we're talking about that, Donald Trump's legal fees eclipse his second quarter fundraising. He spent more on legal fees in Q2 2023 than he fundraised successfully. Not good, very profligate. The mounting legal bills Trump faces, including 3 indictments, the latest coming Tuesday in relation to the January 6th probe. And then, of course, he had the E. Jean Carroll case that it mentions here, which found him liable for sexual abuse. And as a matter of fact, the judge later clarified, and we did a video about this, that means by civil law, Donald Trump is technically a rapist, according to the jury that found him liable for sexual abuse against E. Jean Carroll. Letitia James, the New York Attorney General, has accused the former president, his elder children, and the Trump Organization employees of committing financial fraud by misrepresenting valuations on financial statements. A New York appeals court dismissed the case against Ivanka Trump in June, which is good news for her, but others, including her father and brothers Eric Trump and Don Jr., are still named in the suit. The Trumps deny any wrongdoing. So again, we'll see what happens here, but this would effectively end the Trump Organization's operations in New York if the case is successful, which would deal a decisive blow to Donald Trump's reputation, to his finances, to the financial health of his organization. Again, it's not quite on the scale of a federal indictment, but this is bad news for Donald Trump, which is great news for democracy, great news for the rest of us.